Okay, so we started solving this exercises worksheet. It has revision exercises from most of the lessons that we studied this year. We have solved yesterday together. We solved exercise number 1. This worksheet, you can find it on the Padlet, okay? So if you have the link of the Padlet, of course, all of you have the links of the Padlets of the school and my link. If you don't have it, I will be sending this link today on the group of grade 9. So if you go to the Padlet to week, I think, yes, it's on week 39. So you will find this worksheet in order to be solving it for those who weren't in school with us. So today I will start solving with you the second question in the worksheet, which is a coordinate system question. As usual, on an orthonormal system of axes, x prime or x, y prime or y, we should plot the points A, 2, 4, and B, 8, minus 2. So A has coordinates 2, 4. This is abscissa 2. This is ordinate 4. Where they intersect, here we get point A. The second point B, which is 8 minus 2, so it has abscissa 8. This is the abscissa 8. It has ordinate minus 2. Here is the ordinate minus 2. Also, where they intersect, we get point B. So in this way, we locate the 2 points A and B. In part 2, verify that the 2 points A and B are on the line D or belongs to the line D, y equal minus x plus 6. Yesterday, we solved a similar part in the coordinate system question. So if we are given a point and a straight line, and we wanted to check or verify whether this point belongs to the straight line, of course, each point has coordinates. It has an abscissa and an ordinate. Mehdi, can you tell me how can we verify that A belongs to straight line D? What should we do?
We should replace the coordinates of A with D.
If we get 2 equal sides, then it belongs. If the sides were different, then it doesn't belong, right?
Yes.
So we should say if A belongs to line D, this line should be written, and you should write in this way while solving. So I don't know yet if A belongs to D. So I say if A belongs to line D, then the coordinates of A must satisfy the equation of line D. What do I mean by this? Instead of y, I write ya, and instead of x, I write xa. So the coordinates of A, the abscissa and the ordinate must satisfy the straight line D. So are these two equal? So I replace ya, I replace it by 4, and xa, I replace it by 2. Since I have negative, so it becomes negative 2. Are these two sides equal? Now the first side is 4, so I leave it 4 and I calculate the second side. Minus 2 plus 6 is 4. So is 4 equal to 4? Yes, of course, this is true. So since I got 2 equal sides, directly I say point A belongs to line D. I have to verify the other point B also. The same way I write, if B belongs to line D, then the coordinates of B must satisfy D. So YB, is it equal to minus XB plus 6? If I got 2 equal sides, then it will be belonging to line D. After replacing YB and XB, I got minus 2. Is it equal to minus 2? Of course, this is true. Then point B also belongs to line D. And if we draw line D, we are also also, good morning. We are also asked, we should draw line D. To draw line D, yes, Yelena. To draw a line, what should we do? لنا بعدك معنا والله فليتة. يا لنا.
Yes, miss.
To draw a line, what should we do, يا لنا?
We should see the slope and the
لا لا لا
y-intercept.
لا 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 لا. I want to draw a line in a system of axes. كيف نحن بنرسم line؟ شو بنعمل لنرسم line يا لنا بسيستم of axes؟ مين بيقول لها لنا شو بنعمل؟ What do we do to draw a line?
We replace the x with 0 and the y with 0.
No, 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 no. I want to draw line.
Front slope.
أنا هون معي اللاين دي يا جماعة، معي اللاين دي اللي هو y equal minus x.
Oh, we have to find coordinates
draw a
with the
table.
box thing.
We draw a table.
The table.
Guys, we draw a table. In the
That's what
table,
I
I write the two values. هيك قصدك أنت يا أمير؟
No, I said أنا هادي. I said x is 0, y is 0.
ايه بس انت بدك تقول لي يا حبيبي we should draw a table. بدي اسمع هاي الكلمه. انا دايما بس بدنا نرسم لاين بسيستم of axes we should draw a table. بعدين بتقول لي we take a value for x to get y. صح يا هادي؟
Yeah.
So the first value we take for x is 0. So if I take x 0 and I replace it in d, I will get y equal to 6. The second value we take for x is 1. If we write x1 minus 1 plus 6, so I get 5. Now, 0, 6, this is 0, 6, it's this point. And 1, 5 is this point. So this is 0, 6, and this is 1, 5. I connect them to get line D. I want you to see something. After we have drawn D, شفتوا إنه ال A موجودة على ال D وال B موجودة على ال D. طلعوا اثنيناتهم ال A وال B موجودين على line D. They belong to line D. Okay? مش الحال؟
Yeah.
لنا؟
Yes, miss.
عرفتي شو بدنا نعمل دايما لما بيسألني plot D أو draw D أو construct D؟ دايما بس بدي ارسم
Yes.
لاين هو معطيني الايكويشن اللي إلها يا لنا لازم نرسم هيدا التيبل. لازم بنرسم تيبل بقلبه بناخد X and Y. We take 0 the first value to get y by replacing here, 1 the second value to get y by replacing here. Then we plot these 2 points and we connect them to get the straight line that we want. بدك تنسيها شي كيف بنرسم straight line يا لنا؟
No.
I hope. Now let's look at part 3. Part 3, I will ask Amir. Yes, يا أمير.
Yes, miss.
In part 3, يا أمير, he is telling me that we should calculate the coordinates of M, يعني the abscissa and the ordinate of M, and the midpoint of segment AB. We have a rule for the midpoint in a system of axes, right?
Yes.
So we should write M is the midpoint of segment AB. We start with this. What is the rule to calculate the abscissa of M? Yes?
It's for XA plus XB over 2.
Bravo. So XM equal XA plus XB over 2. We replace X by 2. We replace XB by 8. So 2 plus 8 is 10 divided by 2 is 5. Also, what is the rule of the ordinate of M? Yes?
YA plus YB over 2.
Bravo. YA plus YB over 2. YA is 4 plus YB is negative 2, so I replace it in this way. Now positive times negative is negative, so 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 over 2 is equal to 1. Always after we finish, till now we haven't answered the question. We should write M and its coordinates. So we should write it in this way. M has coordinates 5, 1. This is how we find the midpoint of a segment in a system of axes. Now in part 4, Part 4, I want to ask فضل. Yes يا فضل. Jad. Jad. No Fadel, no Jad. They are gone with the wind. Today it's windy, so they are gone with the wind. Sarah? Also, Sarah is not here. Mariam?
Yes, miss. Yes, miss.
Sarah is here. Thank you مريم. يلا بعد شوي بسألك. سارة مدري شو بتكون عم تعمل جوا، بيقوموا بيعيطوا لها بيقولوا المعلمة عم بتعيط لك.
لا
قاعدة حد الكمبيوتر أنت؟
بلا الأيباد بإيدي.
أوكي، بس عم بتكزدري يمكن صح؟ ملتهي.
لا بكون عم أقول لإخواتي ياسك عاملين
يا ويلي
ضجة.
بتكوني عم بتسكتي الأم كلها حواليك لتحكي، شو بيأثر يطلع صوتهم عادي. بتسكتي كل الضيعة، كل الضيعة بتسكتيها
ما هني كمان ما بدهمش يدرسوا.
اوكي طيب يلا نمبر 4 يا سارة. Determine the equation of line delta. اسمه دلتا، هيدي بنقراها مش of line triangle. ضلكم متذكرينها لهيدي الإشارة بالماث كتير بيستعملوها، اسمها دلتا. So we should determine the equation of line delta, the perpendicular drawn from M to D. اوكي؟ يعني هون أنا يا سارة بدي لاقي equation للاين. دغري بس بدي الاقي، بس يطلب مني equation للاين. I should think first of finding what?
The slope.
برافو، the slope. السلوب نحن يا سارة we have 3 ways to find it. Either by using the rule if it passes through 2 points, either I am given 2 perpendicular lines.
Sorry, I'm having internet problems the whole day.
No problem, Alex, no problem. Either we will be given 2 perpendicular lines, so the multiplication of their slopes is equal to -1. Either we will be given 2 parallel lines and their slopes will be equal. Here, what are we given, Sarah? The 2 lines, delta and D are?
Perpendicular.
So what does the rule say?
The slope of delta and the slope times the slope of t is equal to -1.
So we say, since طلعوا هون تحت شو رح يطلع قدامكم. Since delta is perpendicular to D, then slope of delta times the slope of D is equal to -1. The slope of D, if we look at D, the slope is the coefficient of X. If the coefficient is minus, then what will be the slope of D?
-1.
Bravo, -1. So we replace the slope of D by -1, then the slope of delta is equal -1 over -1, then the slope of delta will be equal to 1. جبنا السلوب يا سارة. هلا هيدا البربنديكولر where does it pass, in which point? Drawn from where?
Drawn from M.
يعني it passes in M، يعني M belongs to delta، صح ولا لا؟
Yes.
So we say M belongs to delta. شو يعني M belongs to delta؟ شو هي الإيكويشن اللي هلأ بكتبها يا سارة؟
Y minus ym is equal to a slope into x minus xm.
شو هالسارة هاي يا عمي؟ شو هالسارة؟ بتلتهي بس بتنتبه، مش معقول شو شاطرة. هلأ بدنا نعمل replace. محل الواي ام بدنا نحط هيدي الواي، محل السلوب بدنا نحط 1، محل الاكس ام بدنا نحط الابسسه للام. انتم ملاحظين شغله؟ did you notice something? If you had a mistake in calculation here also you will have the same mistake. يعني بننتبه هون نحن وعم نعمل calculation. يعني ما تستعجلوا انتوا هون وعم تعملوا calculation, because what you get here it will be used in this part. So if you had a mistake in this part also you will lose marks in this part. يعني هون هو لازم يطلع 5 1، اللي بيطلع معاه مثلا 3 minus 1 كل شيء هون بده يطلع معاه غلط. هلا بنعمل replace. If we replace we get this equation y minus 1 equal 1 into x minus 5. Now we multiply 1 by x and 1 by minus 5 and we get this minus 1 to the second part, so this becomes my equation. So the equation of delta is y equal x minus 4. Now please listen carefully to this part. What does delta represent for segment AB? هي الدلتا وين بتمرق بأي نقطة؟ M. What does M represent for segment AB?
midpoint.
شو رأيكم
Yes.
perpendicular at the midpoint? What does delta represent for segment AB? شو اسمه اللاين اللي هو perpendicular to a segment at its midpoint؟ شو بنسميه هيدا اللاين؟ Yes, Kalam.
Delta is basically the perpendicular bisector of AB.
Bravo. So we say, since delta is perpendicular to line D, then it is perpendicular to segment AB through M, which is the midpoint of segment AB. لأنه هو قايل لي it is perpendicular at M. Then delta is the perpendicular bisector of segment AB. Please resolve this question again. Yesterday in exercise 3, we solved the first one and we solved the second one. Today, we will be solving the last two in exercise number 3. But let me continue this one as I did yesterday. So if I wanted to calculate radical 2 to the power 100, I should make it an exponent squared. So it will be 2 to the power 50, all of it squared, because I should simplify the radicand, and I get the squared cancels the radical, so my answer will be 2 to the power 50. Now we will be solving the last two in this exercise. Yes, ya Hadi. Hadi? Yeah, Hadi. هادي رجع نام كأنه رجعت نمت يا عمري يا هادي غفيت. مين عم بغني لك لغفيت؟ يا هادي هادي جاد لحسي حالي أنا عم بحكي مع أشخاص موجودين بس أنا عم بحكي لحالي. مين راد؟ يا هادي يا جاد جاد you are unmuted. سمعني يا جاد جاد يا جيد جاد جود جيد جاد جاد ليه مستحي تحكي؟ عم تحكي وأنا مش سامعيتك؟ مش سامعة صوتك. جاد هلو. طيب أليكس أليكس أليكس. No, Alex, the connection today is very bad. مريم.
Yes.
يلا يا مريم. Look at this one, Mariam. We should calculate the answer of this fraction.
Yes.
Let's look at the numerator. What do you see in the numerator, ya Mariam?
Parenthesis squared.
Bravo.
And
So on this
radical
parenthesis squared, we should apply to calculate it. We should apply a
remarkable
plus
identity.
b. Bravo. A plus b, all of it squared. يلي هي شو هي
Squared, yes.
مريم؟
A squared plus 2ab plus b squared.
What is a squared? If a is a 3, a squared is
9.
okay plus. بدنا نضرب ال a بال b ونضربهم ب 2. 3 براديكال
Yes.
11 شو بتعطينا؟
3 radical 11.
times 2
6 radical 11.
برافو. هلا radical 11 بدنا نعملها squared. The squared
The
cancels
squared
the
cancels
radical.
the radical equal 11.
Bravo. So this is my answer. As Mariam said, this will be the answer. 9 plus 6 radical 11 plus 11 minus 6 radical 11 over 3. Now,
Plus
Mariam,
6 radical 11 minus 6 radical 11 cancel each other.
bravo, they cancel each others because they are opposite. 9 plus 11 is?
20
So the answer
over
is?
3. 20 over
20
3.
over 3. Bravo. This is the answer. It is an irreducible fraction. Yes. Now let's look at the second one. In the second one, we have Yalla ya Sirin. Sirin, hello. Sirin. والله العظيم إنه اللي ما بيرد رح ظهره. سيرين رح عد لثلاثة. 1 2 2 ونص. بدكش تردي؟ سيرين فيقولي سيرين.
Hi guys.
أهلا وسهلا بسيرين، كيفك يا عمي؟
لله كيفك أنت مس؟
الحمد لله. يلا let's look at this one يا سيرين. شايفيته لهيدا الفراكشن؟
أمس.
هيدا الفراكشن بدنا نعمل له calculate. أول شيء لازم نشوف إنه في عنا parentheses وعليه square، صح؟ يعني هيدا لنخلص منه، لنخلص من السكوير we should apply remarkable identity. which one؟ الأولى ولا الثانية؟ إذا في بلس بيناتهم الأولى ولا الثانية؟
الأولى.
number 1. يلا ال A هي radical 20. إذا بدي A squared يعني radical 20 squared. كيف بتحليها ل radical 20 squared؟ إذا عندك radical 20 وعليها square كيف بنطلع لها جوابها؟ مش the square cancels the radical يا سيرين؟
إيه مظبوط.
بيطلع 20. هلا بدنا نضرب الأول بالثاني ب2. radical 20 براديكال 5 قد إيه بتعطيني؟ بدنا نضرب 20 ب 5 صح؟ لأنه اثنيناتهم radicals مظبوط؟ يس يا قلم. يلا أنت إنترنت عندك غير شكل. قلم.
Yeah, I'm here.
Radical 20 times radical 5. 20 times 5 is how much?
25 is 100.
Okay, times 2.
Times 2 is 2 radical 100.
So it's 2 radical 100. Now b squared. So radical 5 squared, the answer is?
Radical 5 squared is, well, square cancels radical, so it's 5.
So minus 30. Now let's look at the denominator. What is the answer of 5 squared?
5 squared is 25.
طيب, let's look at radical 49. Can we simplify 49?
We can into the square of 7.
Bravo. So this is what we write here. So this is our answer. Now let's look back to the numerator. We have radical 100. Can we write 100 as a perfect squared?
We can. It's perfect square of 10.
Bravo, ya column. So it is the squared of 10. And radical 7 squared, the squared cancels the radical,
it becomes 7.
Now radical 10 squared, the squared cancels the radical, it becomes?
It becomes 10 multiplied by 220.
Yes, so if we get 10 outside, it should be multiplied by this 2, right?
Yeah.
So we write it like this. Now 2 times 10, as you said, is 20.
Is 20.
Now we should calculate 20 plus 20
is 40.
Plus 5.
45.
Minus 30.
15.
So it's 15 over 3. What's the answer of 15 over 3?
It's 5.
Yes. So this is how
5.
we calculate using radicals, using remarkable identities, using perfect squared. In this way, we need to calculate radicals when we are given radicals. Any question about this exercise? Anybody has any question about how we calculated this? Okay, let me move on. Before I move on, let me share with you the worksheet again. بس خليني I want to erase these. Let me share with you the worksheet of this. New share. So this is our worksheet. It is worksheet. This is the worksheet. Okay. So this is our revision worksheet that we are solving. Till now, we have solved exercise number 1. We are done with exercise number 2. We are done with exercise number 3 now. So for Monday, today is Friday, right?
Yeah, this Friday.
We have 2 days off, Saturday and Sunday. Please, during these 2 days off, you should solve exercise number 4, which is an orthonormal system question, and exercise number 5, which is an algebraic expression question. So you have a homework, exercise number 4 and exercise number 5. Am I clear?
Okay.
These two exercises should be solved by all of the students. أنا بس عم بسمع اثنين عم بيقولوا yes. أمير وكالم. البقايا ما خصن. Please, these two exercises should be solved as homework before we solve them together next week, because next week we are solving these two exercises. If you solve them, or if you try to solve them before we solve them together, things will be much more easier. Now I will move to exercise number 6, and I will solve with you more problems about square root, okay? So let me move back to exercise number 6. This is exercise number 6. Where's the cursor? Hello, where's the cursor? So this is exercise number 6. Okay, let's look at exercise number 6. In exercise number 6, we have part A, consider the numbers D equal 2 radical 3 plus 1 into 2 radical 3 minus 1, and E equals A radical 5 minus radical 20 minus 2 radical 45. The question is, show that D and E are integers. Of course, you know what we mean by integers. Integers are whole numbers. So we should calculate D to get its answer. The answer should be an integer. We should calculate E to get its answer. Also, the answer of E should be an integer. Integers are from 0 and up. They are the positive whole numbers. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, these are integers. Let's look at D. مين معي هون بعده؟ عباس. عباس.
Yes.
خليك unmuted يا عباس، ما عادش تعمل mute. Let's look at D يا عباس. Here we have 2 radical 3 plus 1 into 2 radical 3 minus 1. كيف بتطلع لهم جوابهم لهو يا عباس؟ What should we do here? How should we multiply?
Remarkable identity.
Which one?
3.
Bravo يا عباس. So here we have two parentheses multiplied together. I can see that we have A plus B into A minus B. What should be the answer of A plus B into A minus B يا عباس?
Okay, 2 radical 3.
قبل عباس انسى هاي. أنا عم بسألك about the rule. A plus B into A minus B. What should be the answer of the rule?
A squared minus B squared.
برافو. ال A هي 2 radical 3, which means I should do 2 radical 3 all of it squared يلي هي ال A squared minus ال B يلي هي 1 يعني 1 squared يلي جوابها 1. صح يا عباس؟
Yes.
يلا 2 radical 3 all of it squared. هيدي السكويرد لمين؟ بس لل 2 ولا بس لل
2 radical 3.
برافو. 2 squared, what's the answer?
4.
4. Radical 3 squared, what's the answer?
3.
4 times 3.
12.
So I get 12 minus 1 and the answer is 11. Look at 11. Is it an integer or not an integer?
Yes,
أنا-
integer.
It is a positive number and it is an integer. صح. Now let's look at E. فضل سمعني؟ شكرا يا عباس. فضل؟ آدم؟ آدم؟ آدم سمعني؟ يا آدم آخر مرة بعيط لك يا آدم ما في آدم خليك unmuted يا آدم أوكي let's look at E يا آدم E هي A radical 5 minus radical 20 minus 2 radical 45 هيدي expression فيها minus يعني أنا بدي نقصهم بسأل حالي يا آدم when can we subtract radicals how in which case can I subtract radicals if they have yes column in which case can
If they
I
all have the same radicands.
if they have the same radicands here the radicand is 5 here the radicand is 20 here the radicand is 45 can we subtract different radicands يا آدم لا ما فينا صح so I think of simplifying the radicands ليتحولوا عندهم كلهم نفس الشيء I look at 5 can we simplify 5 or it is simplified 20 نعملها شو
prime factorization
برافو وال 45
كمان
prime factorization. So we do the prime factorization of a 20 as you see here, the prime factorization of 45 as you see here. These are the prime factorizations. Now we replace the 20 Adam by how much?
2 squared times 5
Bravo. 45 we replace it by
3 squared times 5
okay, so we replace them in this way. هلا 2 squared شو بيطلع منا لبرا goes outside as Adam, whenever we have a radical and inside we have a number squared, it goes outside. The squared cancels the radical, it goes outside as شو يا آدم؟ 2 squared جوا شو بتظهر لبرا as 2 ليه عملت ميوت مش قلت لك stay unmuted أنا؟ هيدي 2 squared يا آدم when I get it outside it goes outside as 2 كل شيء squared جوات الراديكال بيظهر لبرا بلا square استوعبت علي؟ هيدي ال 3 squared اللي جوا it goes out as
3
طب برا عندي 2 شو بنعمل لل 3 اللي ظهرناها مع ال 2 بنحطها حدها ولا بنضربها فيها؟
نضربها
صح so we write in this way this is my answer now 2 times 3 is how much يا آدم؟ 6 so I get this now صاروا كلهم same radicands I add or subtract the coefficients 8 minus 2
7 لا 6
minus 6
0
so my answer is 0 and it is an integer now I will stop here since our time is over I thank you all guys for joining and see you next week don't forget to solve the homework number 4 and number 5 okay bye
All right.